So let's begin. Make your way to a child's pose, Balasana. We're going to start today with our knees together, toes apart, and just drape yourself over your thighs. Let the forehead come to the mat or even to a cushion if you'd like. And reaching the arms back, actually settling the arms back. Feel that gentle separation of the shoulder blades. Feel free to wiggle around if you need to. Once you're here, it's easier, I think, to come into easy awareness of the breath. Feeling the rise and fall of the breath, feeling the expanse of the ribs across the back space. Oftentimes, if we're feeling stressed, there's a sense of being unsafe almost. Some part of us is not trusting that we'll be okay, so it's concerned. Shapes like this that literally cocoon us create a sense of safety and calming. Here we'll take 3 rounds of breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Again, inhaling, exhaling. Once more, inhale, exhale. From here, go ahead and switch up your child's pose. If it's comfortable for you, take the knees wider, keep the big toes touching, and this time reach the arms long in front of you. So it has the same name, but it's a different expression of it. This has a bit of a back bend in it, so feel now the heart pulling forward. So whereas before we were separating the shoulder blades, now they will draw together. Again, 3 rounds of breath, inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Taking your time, come to all fours, a quadruped shape. Check out the usual things, that the wrist creases are parallel to the top edge of the mat. Find a sort of broadness of the shoulders and maybe sway your hips left and right. Just square everything up. I like doing this because I feel I can find an evenness in the pressure between my knees. And then start to find your cats and cows. Inhale, pulls the heart forward. Exhale, tucks the tailbone, rounds the spine. Again, these are very calming movements, so slow and steady as you inhale. And as you exhale. Looking for a sense of equanimity in the breath. Inhaling. Exhaling. Once more, inhaling, exhaling, coming back to your neutral, step back into your plank, top of a push-up, feel again that sort of spread of the shoulder blades like you're pushing the mat away and the engagement of the quadriceps. Inhale here, as you exhale, let's find our downward facing dog. Once you arrive in down dog, pedal out the heels if you'd like, shake the head out. going to be here for a little bit, for a few breaths. So you might want to take your feet a bit wider, maybe soften the knees. Don't worry too much about the heels meeting the mat. And instead, focus on that calm, soothing breath. And as you settle in, feel the grip of each of the fingertips. Feel a wrapping under of the armpits. And then paying attention to your thighs, traveling up towards your hip creases and pulling back in space. So the thigh muscles themselves are going up and back. And once you find that, then maybe the heels naturally start to settle towards the mat. They don't have to touch. You just feel a sense of them calming down and back. Inhale, come forward to your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. So this is essentially cat and cow, right? Inhale pulls you forward, pulls the heart forward. Exhale takes you to down dog. Inhale. Exhale. On the next inhale, come forward, release the knees down. Exhale, back to that child's pose. Today's flow is going to be nice and slow. We'll build it little by little. So rocking back and forth, a little release. Inhale comes forward to all fours. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale comes forward to plank. Exhale, child's pose. Right, you can keep the toes tucked for now. We're going to move through this. Inhale forward, pull the heart forward. Exhale, down dog. Inhale forward. Exhale, child's. Last time, inhale, bring that heart forward. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale, come forward, and this time stay here in your quadruped. Readjust so that the knees are underneath the hips rather than behind them. We're coming next into puppy pose. So keeping the hips as they are, stacked over the knees, start to walk the hands forward. Feel a sense of the heart melting towards the mat. Now, depending on your own back and how it's feeling today, you might want to stay a little higher in this. You might want to even put a block under your chest or under your forehead. I'm kind of moderately flexible here. I know folks who can get their heart really all the way to the mat. That is not me. Maybe it's you. Now think about the tailbone. Think about the pelvic tilt. So that pulling back. And then the melting down of the heart. So you're creating as much length in the spine as you can. From the tip of the tailbone to the crown of the head. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhale. Release. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. And then slowly make your way to sit. Coming all the way to sit on the shins. Another calming posture is easy back bending. We're not going to do a big full expression of camel pose today. We're going to get a sense of that heart opening in this shape. So coming onto your shins, if your knees bother you can cushion them up, a towel, a pillow, a blanket. Keeping toes tucked here will make this a little more gentle. Having them untucked will help you go a little further if you'd like. And then bringing your hands to your back like you're sliding them into your jean pockets. Draw those elbows together. Lift the heart and then use the hands to sort of guide the tailbone down. So you're pulling the chest forward, letting the head fall back. If that feels comfortable, if it's tough on the neck, you can keep the chin tucked. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Even though this is relaxed, I'm energized in my palms, drawing elbows together. And then on your next inhale, come a little taller. Exhale, release the hips down. Good. We're gonna do one more round just like that. Excuse me. We'll do one more round just like that. You have the opportunity to go deeper if you'd like, or this is actually plenty. And you don't even have to back bend a ton here. Coming up, again, returning your hands to your hip pockets. Pull those elbows back like little wings. And then start to lift the heart as you send the hips forward. If you feel any pressure on your back, that's a cue to stop. But think about lengthening the heart. So it's less about whether you back bend and more about how much space you can create along the front body. Maybe hands come back to heels if it feels good to you. Good. Breathe. Release back if you can. Press hips forward. Drop tailbone. It's a million things all at once. Big inhale. Exhale. And then bringing hands back to hips. Come up. Settle down. Good. We're going to start flowing a little bit through some of these things. Know that as we flow, of course, as we flow, it's very normal that some nuance of the shape is lost. But the point is to move with the breath. It is Vinyasa practice after all. So start by coming to all fours, tuck the toes, hips high to sky, and walk your feet forward to meet your hands. Finding your long flat back, pull your chest forward. Then as you fold, let's find a ragdoll, holding opposite shoulders, swaying hips left and right. And then releasing that, roll yourself up to stand. This flow is created specifically to be calming, so of course, and de-stressing. So of course, when you're focused there, when that is your intention, it'll be much easier to stay connected and to actually reap those specific benefits. So if you're looking to de-stress, let that be present for you in these shapes. Gathering your hands in prayer at heart center. Taking an expansive inhale. A deep exhale. And as you inhale, float the hands overhead. Nice and slow and steady. As you exhale, long swan dive. Pull the heart forward and bow. Inhale, maybe your hands come to your shins. Exhale, step back to your high plank, top of a push-up. Exhale, lower your knees, they'll land south of your hips. And then your chest comes to the mat and your chin. Inhale, find a cobra pose. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, forward to a modified plank, tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale comes forward to your modified plank. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, rise up on the knees, lift hands overhead. Exhale, hands come to the back. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, hinge backwards. Inhale, stand up tall on your knees. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, forward to your modified plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do that again. Inhale, forward to modified plank. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, take them to your low back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hips forward. Inhale, up to the knees. Exhale, walk it out. the arms. Exhale, have a seat. Inhale, walk yourself forward, modified plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Third and final, inhale to knees. Exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fingers at low back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hips forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, have a seat. Inhale, crawls you forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, lift the heels. And then use the inhale to walk yourself to the top of the mat. Exhale to fold. Inhale, reverse your swan dive, rise up, take up space. Exhale, mountain pose. Good, so a nice short flow, calm and steady. Inhale, floats the hands overhead. Exhale, bow. Inhale, pull your chest forward. Exhale, step back to your plank. Inhale, release. Inhale, stay. Exhale, releases knees, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, forward, modified plank. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, fingers behind. Inhale, lifts the heart. Exhale, hips forward. Inhale, come to stand. Exhale, hands to thighs. Inhale, walk forward, modified plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, walk to the top of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, mountain pose. Once more, inhale, floats the arms. Exhale, takes the bow. Inhale, pulls the heart. Exhale, high plank. Stay for the inhale. Knees, chest and chin on the exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, float the arms. This time my toes are untucked. Exhale, interlace fingers behind you. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, reach knuckles for mat. It's a different expression. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to thighs. Inhale, forward modified plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, step or maybe float to the top of the mat. Exhale, bow. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, mountain pose. Breathe. Let's make our way back to the mat by floating the arms on the inhale, bowing on the exhale. Nice proud heart on the inhale. Step back to your plank on the exhale. Stay for the inhale. Knees, chest, chin on the exhale. Cobra on the inhale. This time right to your child's pose and stay. Knees wide, big toes touch, melt that heart. And then slowly make your way to sit. So we'll conclude our time with a few postures on the back, down-regulating, calming, de-stressing. So start by coming to your seat. Plant the feet Just roll yourselves down onto your back. Starting with the bridge pose, bring the heels close enough that your fingertips can brush them. And then by anchoring down through the four corners of the feet, feel the front of the pubic bone curling up towards the heart. And let that carry the hips up. From there, you can slide a block under your top of your pelvis, right at the sacrum, below the sacrum, or you can interlace fingers. 10 breaths, inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. 4. 5. 6. Sometimes being in a shape for a while, you start to get some sensation. There's nothing wrong with sensation. Pain is not good, but if you feel a little tingle somewhere, just send your breath there. And I think that's about 10 breaths, so release the interlace of the fingers and roll onto your back. And then feel that connection with the low back and lift just the shoulder blades off the mat, let the fingertips reach forward, and then bring the knees into a tabletop position. If you want a little more challenge, you can extend them longer. We're not looking for crazy exertion here. We're just looking for a little core engagement, a little scooping out of the belly to balance the back bending. So nice inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And lower down. Give the knees a hug to the chest. Make little circles on your back one way and the other. We're going to take an easy inversion. If you're near a wall, which I imagine you might be, you can do this exact thing with your legs up a wall. It's even more calming. However, for me, today in the middle of the floor, I'm just going to take my legs to 90 degrees. If you practice with me much, we've done this as our inversion many times. All inversions are considered down-regulating. An inversion just means that your feet are higher than your heart, essentially. Or that your head is upside down, like in a down dog is one kind of inversion. And all of them share that we're reversing blood flow. But here you're so supported that it's extra calming, extra de-stressing. So let your eyes close. Maybe you bring one hand to your heart and one to your belly. And then let the knees be soft. Not everything has to be an exertion. And notice how once you relax those knees, the femurs, the long bones of the legs can settle into the hip sockets. Inhaling. Exhaling. Are heavy. You might start to have some sensation. I'm having a little bit through my hip flexors, but that's honestly because they're a little tight. So this is a way of sending some energy there. So that sensation is your body rallying the troops around that spot. And then with this, easily, with control, set down one foot, set down the other. It should feel nice. And then gathering the knees towards the chest, rock yourself up to sit, or just come to sit, however you'd like. We're gonna take a little seated spinal twist here. And we're gonna do a nice, easy version. So taking your left leg long, Bring the right foot in nice and close, and then step the right foot over the left thigh. Feel both sits bones on the mat. Keep that left leg nice and that left foot nice and flexed. Taking the right hand behind you. Find a little lift of the pelvic floor to lift the chest, and then floating the left arm up as you inhale. As you exhale, option 1, just give that right knee a hug. Option 2, hook the elbow outside the thigh. But in either shape, if your shoulders want to collapse, see if you can open them up. And again, maybe hugging the knee is a better choice to achieve that. And then that sense of lifting down, pressing down through the right hand, lifting through the pelvic floor, nice proud heart. And then use the exhale to wrap that left shoulder blade under, guide the chest. Inhale. Exhale. Twists help with digestion. They help to wring out the body, literally. Get all of the systems moving, which we need. Inhale. The next exhale, a little counter twist to your left. Both hands come to the left side. We'll take the other side, so taking your right leg long, bring your left knee in, give it a little hug. You can stay here, or you can cross the foot over the thigh. Crossing it over just gives you a little extra traction. And then active in the right foot. Inhale, float the right arm up. Exhale, take your twist. Again, you can hook elbow outside thigh, or you can give it a hug. Growing taller, spiraling more deeply. Each side of our body also tends to respond differently. None of us is perfectly symmetrical. I shouldn't say none. Few of us are perfectly symmetrical. But that grounding down, that lifting up, will help find your expression of this twist, which doesn't have to look like anything. It doesn't have to look like mine or someone else's. If this feels like a twist to you, it's a twist. And one more inhale. Exhale. Taking a little counter twist to your right, both hands to that side. And come back. Give everything a little shake out. We're going to take a forward fold here. So peeling the fleshy part of the glutes away from the sitting bones. Again, active in those feet. Your knees can be a little soft here, actually. If you feel like your hamstrings are tight, you can have a little bend in the knees. And then as you lift the heart up, start to send it forward. So I'm thinking forward, forward, forward. Those thigh muscles traveling up. And then at some point, when I can fold no further, I bow. For a lot of people, I see this a lot. I see a rounding of the shoulders without really folding much. So if this is your maximum fold, that's fine. And then soften. But still that sense of the thigh bones traveling up. If you have further forward to send the heart, that will give you some nice release. And then soften the back. The description of this space at the top of the thigh as a hip crease, I really like. I like that idea of a crease, like an envelope. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I am imagining that with every inhale, my heart travels further forward in the direction of my feet. And with the exhale, I'm letting go of some little something. And again, you might get some sensation in your feet or in your back. As long as it's not painful, it's probably okay. Pain is not good, but a little tingle might just be something letting go. One more nice deep exhale. And walk yourself up to sit. And then roll yourself to lie down. Giving the knees a hug into the armpits, making little circles one way and the other. Begin to take the legs long, coming into a Shavasana. Shavasana means corpse pose, which a lot of people find creepy and morbid. But it's sort of unavoidable, right? We end things. Everything comes to an end, including this lifetime. But in the context of our yoga practice, I think it's a nice reminder that there's something to learn from everything. That every shape contains a lesson. And the shape here teaches me that it's good to let go. That only in that state of surrender, of release, can my nervous system and all the complicated systems of my body actually do what they were made to do. Sometimes when we ask ourselves to be still, more stress arises. Our thinking mind, that part of our mind that wants to be busy and has an agenda for the day, jumps in and says, "That's enough. Get on with it." Which is a wonderful opportunity to practice sending a little love, a little breath to those thoughts. Trusting that you have set aside the required time and that stressful voice is in fact not honoring what you as an adult, autonomous being have set aside. It is trying to undercut and betray the de-stressing goal that you have set for yourself, the de-stressing intention you have set for yourself. So simply say thank you. Assure it you're fine. Come back to the shape. Start to find a little life in your fingers, your toes. Coming back to easy awareness of your breath, of your body. Walking your feet in one at a time. Nothing rushed. And rolling onto your favorite side. Before making your way to a comfortable seat. Stress is real. Stressors are real. You're not making it up. You're not crazy. But also real. Also not made up. Are these tools to help you find your natural state, to help you find where your body wants to be. Regulated, steady. I hope you found this time de-stressing, not distressing. And I encourage you to repeat it as often as you find useful. We seal our time with the sound of one Om. If you feel weird doing it, you can just listen. You still get the benefits. We're joining the vibration of the universe. And it's vibrating whether you want to vibrate with it or not. It's more stressful to fight it. One full round of breath first. Inhale fully. Exhale deeply. Inhale for Om. Bringing thumbs to forehead, bowing chin to chest, the light that is in me bows to and honors the light that is in you. Namaste. If you enjoyed this, please be sure to like, share, and follow dailyflow.yoga.